Welcome to a special anniversary. 100 years ago, in 1925, a revolution began with the Leica I. For the first time, photography in the 35mm format could be held in your hands, compact, precise, and ready to capture the world. Since then, Leica has accompanied generations of photographers, artists, and witnesses of history. Leica cameras have documented wars, created icons, and told countless stories, always as a witness to a century. Today, we celebrate 100 years of Leica under the motto, Witness of a Century. We look back at the models that made history and honor a brand that continues to shape photography to this day. Join us on a journey through time, from the Ur-Leica to the modern M11. 100 years of Leica, a century in the viewfinder. In 1925, the Leica I began a revolution in photography. For the first time, Ernst Leitz brought a compact camera to the market that used 35mm cinema film for still images. Oskar Barnack's idea became a reality, handy, precise, and more mobile than ever before. The fixed 50mm Elma lens and the robust metal body made it a tool that carried photography out of the studios and into the world. From a historical perspective, the year 1925 stood for progress and modernity. The golden 20s, technical innovations, a new sense of life. The Leica I fit perfectly into this era. Lightweight, innovative, and ready to make history. It is considered the beginning of 35mm photography and the starting point of a 100-year success story that changed the world of seeing forever.
Cobblestone streets in silver light, chasing shadows in the night. Got my Leica holding tight, framing moments black and white, clicking where a gentle sound, frozen time on hallowed ground. But look closer, what I found, magic sleeping all around.
In 1932, the Leica II was released, the first Leica with a coupled rangefinder. This allowed photographers to focus precisely without taking their eye from the viewfinder. It also introduced the interchangeable lens system with the Leica screw mount, a milestone that turned the brand into a system camera. The Leica II was compact, reliable, and ready for professional reportage all over the world. In the early 1930s, the world was marked by technical and social upheaval, the economic crisis, political tensions, and the changing media landscape. During this time, Leica offered photographers a tool that combined speed, mobility, and precision. The Leica II laid the foundation for the Leica system and turned a brilliant idea into a professional tool that could be used worldwide.
I raised the finder to my eye and watched two little ghosts float by. I turn the dial and hold my breath to save one single truth from death. When two ghosts become one.
A tired mother's distant gaze, a bread line lost in sunlit haze, the worn out shoes, the mended seam, a fragile bird, a waking dream.
I raise a finder to my eye and watch two little
Only 1 year later, in 1933, the Leica III followed, an enhanced version with an expanded range of shutter speeds and an integrated slow-speed mechanism. It now allowed exposures of up to 1 second, making it even more versatile. Over the decades, it was continuously improved, from the third A to the third G, and remained the backbone of professional photography well into the 1950s. However, 1933 was also a year of upheaval. Political radicalization, economic uncertainty, a world in transition. Nevertheless, Leica made a statement. Precision, craftsmanship and technical progress made in Germany. The Leica III became a symbol of reliability and quality, and the camera with which many of the most iconic images of the pre-war era were created.
Die Lichter werden kalt und scharf, die Stadt hält ihren Atem an. Ein neuer Marsch klingt durch die Nacht, hat eine neue Zeit entfacht. Ich bin der stumme Zeuge nur, verfolge eine kalte Spur. Mein Auge aus Glas und Chrom friert diesen Augenblick, diesen Sturm.
Voller Angst und Stolz und Fahnen an dem alten Holz. Ein Flüstern, das zur Parole wird, ein Weg, der sich im Dunst verliert. Ich bin der stumme Zeuge nur, verfolge eine kalte Spur. Mein Auge aus Glas und Chrom friert diesen Augenblick, diesen Sturm.
In 1954, Leica introduced the M3, a camera that made photo history. It was the first model with a new M bayonet mount and a revolutionary viewfinder that, for the first time, displayed frame lines for 3 focal lengths, 50, 90 and 135 millimeters. The M3 set new standards in precision, ergonomics and build quality and made the Leica M system world famous. Historically, it was the era of reconstruction after the Second World War. Europe was looking forward, and technology and culture experienced a new renaissance. The M3 fit perfectly into this period, modern, pioneering, and built for generations. To this day, the M3 is considered the epitome of the classic Leica, an icon that many collectors and photographers describe as perhaps the most beautiful rangefinder camera of all time.
The black and white has washed away. It's the dawn of a brand new day. Got a new machine
of chrome and glass. The world is moving fast. Oh, the city's got a brand new beat. The rhythm's in my happy feet. With my M3 sharp and bright, I'm painting the town with color. Red car goes speeding past. A pretty girl, a look is cast. The neon signs begin to glow, putting on a picture show. Oh, the city's got a brand new beat. The rhythm's in my happy feet. With my M3 sharp and bright, I'm painting the town with color and light. No longer just a shade, a memory that slowly fades. It's sharp and real and full of life, a perfect picture cut with a knife.
In 1957, Leica released the M2, a camera that was intended as a simplified yet modernized sister to the M3. It featured a viewfinder with frame lines for 35, 50, and 90 millimeters, perfect for the growing popularity of wide-angle photography. The frame counter was of a simpler design, the film advance was more robust, and overall, the M2 was a slightly more affordable but very reliable alternative. In the context of the era, the late 1950s stood for new beginnings and modernity, the economic boom, rock and roll, Sputnik, and the first steps into space. The Leica M2 reflected this spirit. It opened up rangefinder photography to a broader generation of photographers and became the tool of many reportage and street photographers. To this day, the M2 is considered one of the most puristic cameras in the M series, reduced to the essentials, without compromising on quality or image impact.
Streets in neon haze, living out these coffee days. The city's got its own design. I'm looking for that perfect line, just waiting for the rhythm's call to catch a moment before it falls. One silent click, a breath held tight. The geometry, dark and light, that's the decisive beat.
In 1967, Leica introduced the MM4, an evolution that combined many practical improvements. The film advance was given a faster lever mechanism, rewinding was significantly easier thanks to the new fold-out crank, and the overall handling was smoother. The viewfinder was also optimized with frame lines for 35, 50, 90 and 135 millimeters. The M4 combined the elegance of the M3 with the everyday usability of the M2 and quickly became a favorite among professional photographers. The late 1960s were marked by upheaval, the student movement, Woodstock, the space race, and social changes worldwide. In this era, the Leica M4 offered photographers a tool that united speed, precision, and reliability. To this day, it is considered one of the most refined analog rangefinder Leicas, a classic that united technology and design in perfect balance. In 1971, the Leica M5 came onto the market, a model that did many things differently. It was the first Leica M with a built-in TTL light meter, which operated with a swinging sensor arm directly in the light path. Technically, it was ahead of its time, but its larger and more angular body divided the Leica community. Many photographers found it too heavy and bulky, while others particularly valued its precision and reliability. The early 1970s were marked by social tensions, the oil crisis, and at the same time the dawn of new technologies. The M5 reflected this change, bold, experimental, but not loved by all. Today, the M5 is considered an outsider in the M series, but also an insider's tip, a Leica for individualists who place function and character above convention.
Summer's hot, the pavement steams, city of forgotten dreams. The sirens wail a lonely song. watch the world go by in the needle and the grit.
In 1984, the Leica M6 was released, a return to the classic form combined with modern technology. It once again had the compact size of the M3 and M4, but was equipped with an integrated light meter with an LED display in the viewfinder. The M6 thus combined mechanical tradition with contemporary exposure metering and became one of the most popular Leicas ever. The 1980s were a time of change. The Cold War, the computer age, and a new pop culture shaped the decade. In the midst of this era, the M6 offered photographers a tool that preserved the essence of Leica: reliable, robust, and discreet. To this day, the M6 is considered a cult camera, loved by professionals and amateurs alike. It represents the Leica principle in its purest form: concentration on the essentials, and pictures that make history. In 2002, Leica introduced the M7, a camera that dared to step into the electronic era. For the first time, an M featured electronic shutter control and aperture priority automation. This allowed photographers to work faster and more flexibly, while the characteristic rangefinder remained unchanged. The M7 thus combined classic Leica handling with modern technology. The early 2000s were a transitional period. Digital cameras were conquering the market, mobile phones were becoming smart, and photography was at the beginning of a new epoch. During this phase, the M7 offered a bridge for all those who continued to rely on film but wanted to use the advantages of electronic assistance. Today, it is considered the last great analog Leica that combined technology and tradition, and thus a worthy conclusion to an era. In 2003, Leica launched the MP, a model that consciously went back to the roots. The abbreviation stands for mechanical perfection, and that is exactly what this camera embodied. It is almost completely mechanical. Only the light meter requires a battery. The MP thus offers the reliability of an M3 or M2, combined with the advantages of modern manufacturing. Historically, the early 2000s were shaped by the digital revolution. Most manufacturers were fully committed to digital cameras. Leica, on the other hand, proved with the MP that analog photography was far from dead, and that a purely mechanical camera still has its place in the 21st century. To this day, the Leica MP is considered one of the purest embodiments of the Leica philosophy, uncompromising, robust, and built for generations.
The world is buzzing, the screens are bright. Another shade of neon light. They're selling futures clean and fast, but I'm still living in the past. 'Cause all I need is in this frame to whisper out a forgotten name. No battery, no coded soul, just gears and gasoline to make me whole. A gritty street, a faded sign, a tangled human power line. I feel the click, I turn the wheel. A single moment, heart and real. 'Cause all I need is in this frame.
In 2006, a new chapter began with the Leica M8. It was the first digital rangefinder camera from Leica. Its 10.3 megapixel APS-H sensor brought the M series into the digital world, while the classic M bayonet mount was retained. For the first time, photographers could use their familiar M lenses digitally. However, the M8 also had its quirks. An infrared filter was necessary, and the sensor was smaller than the classic 35mm format. The mid-2000s were the peak of digital photography. More and more manufacturers were switching to digital systems, and Leica had to follow suit. With the M8, Leica proved that the essence of rangefinder photography also works in the digital age. Today, it is considered a pioneer, the camera that paved the way for modern digital M models, with all the strengths and teething problems of a first generation.
The body feels the same to me. A classic, perfect M degree. But something new is deep inside, where ghosts have nowhere left to hide. And with the click, no silver grain, a new connection in my brain. The light gets trapped behind the glass, a moment built that's meant to last as light turns into
In 2009, Leica introduced the M9, the first digital rangefinder camera with a full-frame sensor. With it, the classic 35mm format was back, and all M lenses could finally be used again without a crop factor. The 18-megapixel Kodak CCD sensor delivered a special look, rich colors, high brilliance, and the typical Leica character that is still cherished today. The late 2000s were all about digitalization. Smartphones became mainstream, social media grew, and photography changed fundamentally. During this time, the M9 offered an alternative, a digital camera that nevertheless demanded an analog way of working, slow, deliberate, and with a focus on the essentials. To this day, the M9 is considered one of the most iconic cult classic digital Leicas, a camera with rough edges, but also with an unmistakable image character. In 2012, the Leica M, also known as the Type 240, was released, a digital rangefinder camera that did many things in a new way. For the first time, a 24-megapixel CMOS sensor was used, which not only offered better image quality but also enabled new functions: live view, video mode, and the use of an electronic viewfinder. With this, the M series opened up to modern digital technology without losing its classic rangefinder DNA. The early 2010s were shaped by the triumphant advance of digital media. Smartphones with cameras conquered everyday life, and social networks changed photography. With the M240, Leica showed that a traditional rangefinder camera could also hold its own in this new digital world, deliberately minimalist, yet technically up-to-date. To this day, the Leica M Type 240 marks a turning point. It was the bridge between the classic Leica heritage and the modern digital era.
Through just a frame, a quiet silver waiting game. One single click, a world held fast, a perfect moment built to last. But now the world's alive and bright, a moving picture, burning light, right on a screen for me to see, a different kind of reality. The world's alive for me. The summer rain begins to fall. I watch it run along the wall. Not just a frame, but time itself. A story taken from the shelf. 'Cause now the world's alive and bright, a moving picture, burning light, right on a screen for me to see, a
In 2017, Leica introduced the M10, a camera that consciously circled back to the classic form. The body became noticeably slimmer and, for the first time, almost exactly matched the dimensions of the analog M6 again. The new 24-megapixel CMOS sensor offered greater dynamic range, better high ISO capabilities, and a very natural image that reminded many of analog photography. Also new was the ISO dial on the top plate, a return to the tactile controls of past decades. And while the M240 still offered video, the M10 focused once again exclusively on photography. The second half of the 2010s was characterized by a digital flood of images. Billions of photos were taken every day on smartphones. With the M10, Leica made a conscious counterstatement: a camera for concentration, slowness, and precision. To this day, it is considered one of the most well-balanced digital M models. A Leica that is modern but feels like a classic M.
Oh my gosh, this city is just magical. I can't stop smiling.
Chasing the last of the golden light. The world is watching through a screen. Perfect, curated little scene. One perfect frame to fit the grid. For all the things we never did. My M10, silent, sharp and true. To capture a filtered point of view. Just for me and you. Just for me.
In 2022, Leica released the M11, the most modern M of its time, yet entirely in the tradition of the series. Its newly developed 60-megapixel full-frame sensor offers triple-resolution technology, allowing images to be captured at 36 or 18 megapixels using the full sensor area. The M11 was given a significantly more powerful battery, internal memory, and a simplified operating concept that makes working in the digital everyday easier. Despite all this technology, the classic rangefinder remained the heart of the camera. In terms of contemporary history, the M11 represents the 2020s, an era in which smartphones have long been dominant and photography is ubiquitous. But with the M11, Leica shows that even in these times, there is a place for a camera dedicated to deliberate, focused work. The M11 is the current pinnacle of almost 100 years of Leica history, a symbol of how tradition and innovation can go hand in hand.
Slow through the morning light, shadows dancing on the city side. Every corner holds a quiet frame. Every moment calls my name. With the world unfolding softly, wide. Footsteps echo on the cobblestone, people passing, living in their zones. A quiet smile, a fleeting glance, life revealing in a second.
2025 marks a radical turning point with the Leica M11. It is the first M to trade the traditional optical rangefinder for a high-resolution electronic viewfinder, EVF. With its 60-megapixel sensor and triple-resolution technology, it combines the precision of modern EVF systems with the iconic design and haptic excellence of the M series. It represents the logical evolution for a generation of photographers who value manual focusing but wish to utilize the advantages of digital assistance, such as focus peaking and zoom, directly within the viewfinder. In the mid-2020s, photography has become increasingly specialized. While AI and automation dominate the mass market, purists seek tools that offer maximum control and a deliberate, slowed-down experience. The M11 is Leica's answer to this world. A camera that makes no compromises on image quality and translates the classic M workflow into the world of digital viewfinders. It is regarded as the dawn of a new era, a bridge between the analog rangefinder tradition and the technological freedom of the future. The MEV1 proves that the mDNA is not tied to a mechanical optical system, but lives on in the experience of conscious manual photography.
From silver grain in black and white, through roaring days and fading light, we saw the ghosts begin to gleam, the first moments of a waking dream. Through Kodachrome and neon nights, through silent protest, soaring flights, we watched the world begin to change and rearrange.
Since the Leica I in 1925, every generation of cameras has redefined photography. From the screw mount to the rangefinder legend, from analog film and the digital precision of the M11 to the visionary MEV1, Leica cameras have always been more than just tools. They became constant companions, witnesses to great moments, silent observers, mediators between light and memory. They captured the 20th century and today open our eyes wide to the 21st century. With the Leica MEV1, we are now opening the next chapter. It is the bridge between the unforgettable tradition of the manual rangefinder and the technological freedom of tomorrow. It proves that the soul of a Leica is not tied to a specific mechanism, but lives in the moment of conscious seeing. New technologies, new stories, new generations of photographers. But one thing remains, the unmistakable character of a Leica. 100 years of Leica. And this is just the beginning.